handle is stiff. Yep. This is stiff.
Where'd you bang it?
All they did was sticking this fucking thing up.
Yep.
See. Send this shit back to them.
Somebody's there that knows how to build bats, because Bubba, what they did was they added more in weight from the old bats. They lightened up the old bats, right? Because they thought they can last longer, but they screwed up on the way they made it, which made them crack, right? But not the first batch. So they made a high performance bat, but they made it lighter, so it didn't have to begin with. Well, they beefed it up, right? And when you beef it up, you've got to make it perform. So how to make it perform? They have more in weight and less handle weight.
The handle's thicker too, because this shit hurts, right?
Yeah.
That's a brand new bat. It didn't hurt. I picked that thing up, swung twice.
The handle's thinner. I mean,
no, he's talking about
less
stiffness.
weight.
Stiffness.
Yeah, but it's different. Oh yeah, you step on it, you gotta be careful.
I mean, it still flexes, but
it doesn't flex like the other one.
No way. Alright guys, we're out here hitting the new Dudleys, the reissued ones. The ones they worked on. This is a June 20th, 2019 Dudley, 26 ounce. The end numbers, actually the whole bat weight, 25.5, 17.2, 8.2. Bubba hit it 20, 15, so probably around 30, going to 40, more money than 40. Cause I hit with it a lot. It's changed a little bit. Not a lot. Oh, it's nowhere close to the first batch. Here's the deal. How much is that at the load working for me? You know what I mean?
When that batch gets hot,
makes it a better
it's going to break.
Yep.
It's going to go from shit to hot to break in 10 seconds.
Yep. So basically, they built it like every other fucking bat out there.
Yeah. The other thing is, what could break in and then break. I can work with it. It doesn't sound like the other.
Barrel's hard as fuck, man. Hard?
Hard.
Unless they added something to the...
They made it thicker.
I mean, it swings like it's got a load on it.
It's got a better end load,
Yeah.
but they made the barrel thicker. The ball doesn't trampoline off it.
No, not like the first one.
That's 2 inches inside.
big weight.
That's the 26. So there's a huge weight difference. There's a big weight difference between these two 25s.
Tell the difference.
Yeah.
That ain't going anywhere, but that's just the swing and everything.
That one's so much lighter. Yeah. All the way it comes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that ball. That ball knuckles all the way to the pin.
That's a lot more damage.
Take that load with that 8 handle and you put it on that other Dudley you have, that bat's going to perform better than that bat. So how much is the load working for you?
I think it's the load. Now, if this bat does break in, what if this bat does break in or actually breaks in?
But like Bubba said, how long it's going to last after it breaks in. That's what we need to find out next. But the first review, I always put out 2 reviews, but the first run is not going to look good for Dudley because it's not high of the wrapper.
Well, that's what you can just tell them that it's not 8 kilograms.
Yeah. This is like a lot of the other bats we have swung in the past. It's going to take a while to break in. It's stiff as shit.
It's got to be the load. I just swung that bat through that line drive about 4 hops to fence. So it's got to be this because it's not coming off again.
No.
It's stiff. I can feel every ball. I mean, you can feel the shake of every ball. Put that one on the hand.
zing like the other ones did.
Yeah, it doesn't shoot through there. I think Bubba's swinging is helping.
All right, guys, we just got through hitting the reissued Dudley, the ones they put out in June 2019. I'm just going to give you some information that I just heard about. Is these bats that they're making right now are going to be the replacement bats for the bats that have cracked. I don't know if they're going to actually sell these bats. I just know that for the time being right now, they're going to make these bats replacement bats for the ones that were cracked out there. And as you can see, I think they need to rename this bat because it's not hot out of the wrapper. It's very stiff. It doesn't perform like the originals did, either the ones that were cracking or the ones that weren't cracking, the ones that the early ones, 131s, 151s, 161s, the numbers that began with that serial number, which were very hot. They're not the same bat. And if you can watch the video, you can hear us talking about the bat. There's some stuff that I cut out that really doesn't need to go up there. But our thought process is they got this bat back, they beefed it up, they made the handle stiffer, they made the barrel stiffer, and they loaded it totally different than the first batch. And I think they did that on purpose to get some performance out of it, because usually when you add more weight in the end and you take it out of the handle, you get a better whip. So it's going to give you a little bit of a better performance when you have a stiffer barrel. And like you can hear us talking, if they would have put that load in the first batch, they probably would have cracked a lot faster on the 131s and 151s, because if you remember swinging those bats, they were pretty light. They weren't really end-loaded. And I think Dudley did that on purpose to try to make the bat last a little longer. But once you guys, if you watch my videos, once you start putting big mass on the end of bats, they tend to crack a lot faster. And really, if you take the weight out of the handle, that really cracks, because you got that. You got that formula, guys. You got that formula. There's more mass, going to be a bigger trampoline effect on the barrel, and it's going to compress that wall, and it's going to crack it. It's just so hard when you're manufacturing bats. That's how come they started introducing Kevlar into the barrels of bats, to try to get them to perform and last a little longer and still keep that performance rate up. And like a lot of guys out there talking, once and here's the deal, guys. I mean, I'm not going to even go there with all that, but here's the deal. I don't want to get into this video real long, because from what it looks like right now, I can't say too much because we haven't broke the bat in. I'm just telling you, Dudley put out this advertising as hot out of the wrapper. Now, they had a problem at the beginning. They took it back in and they made it not hot out of the wrapper. So it's not. That's another thing too. It's not. It doesn't perform like they actually first they thought it would, that they talked about it being hot out of the wrapper. It doesn't do that anymore. They had an issue with it cracking. They took that back, beefed it up, to satisfy people. But is it gonna perform? I mean, and like I said, I usually do a couple of videos. Billy's out swinging it today. We're on Friday, and Billy's out swinging it today with a bunch of other seniors to try to get a lot of swings on it. And then for the next video, and I'll let you guys know, he's counting the swings, and I'll let you guys know. And that video will be out by next week. I'll begin Dalton next week, so I don't know if I'll be swinging. I'll usually be swinging my gamer by next week. So it might be a couple of weeks before we even find out, because of the way the tournaments are coming up. And after Dalton, I'm putting out a lot of videos on other things too, because I have that big break to our next tournament. But it doesn't look good, because the bat is not performing. You pick it up, it rings your hands. You can tell Bubba, and Billy, it doesn't flex, and you can see where whenever they were talking about the barrel's not, the handle's not flexing, what I do is we have two Dudleys sitting in front of me, and you can see it in the video. I actually step on the 25 ounce 131 number that Billy had out there, and then I pushed it aside and I started stepping on the handle of the newer one, the ones we just got in, and you can tell that's different because it's not collapsing underneath the weight of my foot. And I wanted to, you know, step on it a little bit, roll it, step on it, to try to get that handle to flex, to see if it is gonna flex. So that way in the next video we start hitting it, I can give you guys a better update on if the handle's starting to flex, barrel's starting to compress. And another, if you can hear us talking in the video too, is a lot of bats out there that are made like this. It usually takes them a long time to break in, but usually when they do get to that point where they're broken, they don't last that long and then they'll crack on you. Especially with that mass, it's got a, I mean, even the 25 has a lot of mass on the end. Hell, I'll just give you a prime example on the new Dudleys that are out there. I swing a 27 ounce 2.0 12-inch barrel, a blue one. If you took the numbers between my 27 and you put them against a 25 ounce, the reissued Dudley, it has less handle weight, which in my opinion makes it going to whip a lot better. You can have that more mass on the end, so you're going to be better performance on it, and it just has a ton of end weight. Now, if like I told Billy in the video, you can hear me, if they, you know, how much of it, this is how come it takes a long time for us to do this. How much of it is the load, or how much of it is actually the bat? Because you can load with that weight, with an 8 ounce handle weight, and you take a 16.5 end weight, you can put that load in a lot of bats and they're going to perform very well for you because it's loaded good. That's the way they load the bat. It's loaded, especially when you got dense mass on the end. So how much is that the way it swings, or how much is that the performance of the barrel, the bat, the way it flexes? I think Dudley tried, in my opinion, this is just me talking, they tried to beef it up to make it last longer, and then they loaded it like no other bat's been loaded, so you can get performance out of it and be satisfied. Well, we already know what they're doing. So what we're doing, the next few videos that we're going to do on this, is we're going to actually find out how long it lasts. A few things. One of them is how long it lasts. When does it start to break in, and how many quality swings we're going to get after it breaks in. But that'll be the next video, guys. Thanks.